For more on the deepening trade ties between China and Latin America, let's turn to Carlos Aquino. He's the director of the Center for Asian Studies at San Marcos University, and he joins us from Lima. Let's talk about this megaport built with China's help in Peru. Talk about how it will reshape trade in the Asia Pacific.
Yes, from some years ago, already 50% of export from Peru and from Chile go to Asia, and also increasingly export from Ecuador, Colombia, and even some other Latin American countries go to Asia. But up to now, there is no direct link between South America and China. Our cargo have to go on ships through Mexican ports or United States ports and then go directly to the Pacific. Now, with the Chancay port, that is a big port, it will allow biggest cargo ships to come directly from China or going directly for China. What does it mean that? It will be a shorter time. It will be cheaper to export goods from Peru and from other countries in South America. That will increase our export. Of course, we will be able to buy also more goods from China. But not only that, goods that are not yet exported because it's very expensive, it will become cheaper because the direct link will allow at least to shave 10 days off of the time that is needed.
Wow.
So it is
a lot quicker, a lot more efficient, Carlos. What about in terms of employment and job creation?
Well, that is the big issue that everybody expects to have already effect with the port. You know, first, bigger cargo, bigger export, bigger import, the people who handle it will get job. But not only that, you know, what I have said is what we call a static effect. But can you imagine the dynamic effect? We're going to have a special economic zone in Chancay. We are going to or expect to have more industries for exporting to China. For example, in the special economic zone of Chancay, we expect to have Chinese companies that come here to invest in the manufacturing sector, and that will also allow more employment. Not only of more trade, but also of more investment, of also more manufacturing sector. And if cargo, in fact, is coming more from Brazil directly through Chancay to China and Asia, of course, the benefit of employment will be more. And there will be more investment because we are going to build railroads, we're going to build highways to take full advantage of the Chancay port.
So we've got investments in Chile, Peru, Ecuador, also powerhouse Brazil. Carlos, talk to me how the Western world, how is all this being viewed in the Western world? I mean, in terms of China's growing influence in the region.
Well, you know, traditionally Latin America has been a place, we are in the same continent as the United States, so it was natural for the United States to be, up to some years ago, our biggest trade partner, our biggest investor. But the United States have dedicated to other things. They have put less priority to Latin American region. They have been investing less. So other countries than the United States, like China, is investing more. So they see with suspicion China increasing presence. But we said Latin America is open to business. We will call China as we will welcome Europe, or we will call Japan. So we don't necessarily prefer China. So if United States complain about Chinese investment, is because they don't invest in Peru. We will come investment from any country. So we're happy with China. We want to increase more goods to China. We want to have more investment from China. But for that matter, from any country, we're open to business. We don't prefer any country in particular. And if United States want to get involved in the region, we welcome that.
All right, we'll leave it on that diplomatic answer. Carlos Aquino, thank you very much.